Oh, welcome back to Nolan Knows Podcast, Week 5, college football. I was 4-5 this past week, 8-12 through Week 3.
18-12.
18-12? Yeah, 18-12 through Week 4, sorry. Paul, 18-14, 6-2 last week. Great record. Solid comeback. Gaining on me right now.
Yeah.
Paul, how you feeling? How you doing?
Feeling good. It's been a little bit of an up and down week with the teams, though. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
The Cowboys obviously lay an egg. Oklahoma has a quarterback controversy on their hands now. Jackson Arnold gets the bench. We've got injuries left and right. It's a tough time. I'll give you a full. It's very up and down. Started off the week, played a little golf with Jeff Thursday, and we played with this guy Harry. This really gives you some perspective. This guy
know this guy, or this is a
random guy that we got paired up with. This guy is 4 days off of a heart attack, and said if he's gonna die doing what he loves. So, Harry, if you're listening, I mean he's listening. Obviously, everyone's listening.
Yeah, true that.
Great round, brother. Hope to see you again. Hope you're well. Had a pack of cigarettes with him. Had a gigantic Panera coffee. Just, I could smell the sugar. Just
he was riding, right?
Just a savage. He was riding,
right,
and gave me a lot of pointers. I actually played horrible, but I think I shot a 106. But I drove the green on the 18th. No big deal. And had my first official birdie. So
how far?
310 yards.
I don't know if I'd buy it, bro. 310?
Listen.
Were you guys playing from the ladies' tees?
We're playing from the whites. No bullshit. I drove the green. You can ask Jeff and
what
Harry.
course was this?
This was Meadows.
At Middlesex?
No.
Oh.
Not at Middlesex. Meadows at Lincoln Park.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good. What did he shoot?
He shot a 77. So
wow.
He
4 days
was
off the
a
heart
winner.
attack.
4 days off the heart attack. Guy lived a crazy life. And then he said he was going to maybe head to Parks Casino and sit down for some blackjack.
This guy seems like he's loving life.
Legend. So
how
shout
old
out
was he?
Harry. 54 maybe, something like that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Legend.
So what did Jeff shoot?
Jeff shot somewhere in the low 90s, high 80s, I think.
How many mulligans are we talking here? I mean, this ain't adding
standard.
up.
One mulligan on the front nine, one on the back nine.
And then we'll throw in a brunch here and there.
No brunch. But anyway, so started off the week with that. It was off Thursday, Friday. Golf was awesome. Then we get into Saturday. I'm hyped for the game, and it was just tough to watch on offense. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. We can talk more about it in the recap of the week, but my teams are just brutal right now.
Yeah, we'll dive into it when we get into the Rutgers, Oklahoma segment, but we'll shout out to our sponsor real quick. Big Lots. Serve big, save lots. God, I love that store. They're trying to make a comeback. And no better podcast than to advertise than ours to get yourself back on the radar.
Oh, the other thing is I spoke with Cookie. I'm going to bring him on as a special guest. I'm assuming you're cool with it. October 12th.
October 12th, that week, you mean?
Yeah, for the October 12th week.
Why that week?
Because it's a big week.
Every week's a big week.
Yeah, but it's an extra big week.
All right, we got any comments or Twitter group chat, anything?
The only comments from the chat were on the coughing fit I had at the beginning of the episode last week.
That was it.
And shout out to the wonderful Riverside that we used to record the podcast. So people were like, why didn't you just restart? We use the free version of Riverside, which gives you 2 hours of recording time a week. So we are already playing with that time constraint, and I've got 3 different emails with 3 different accounts, so there's no room for extra records.
Hey, if you want to throw us a couple bucks, we'll get the subscription. We need listeners. If you want to give us a little GoFundMe page, that works. But we did have a comment on YouTube. Your boy
Oh,
John
John?
DeYark, great
Yeah.
pot again. Feels like hanging out with the boys. I love to hear that. BC
Hell yeah.
minus 6.5 book it. MSU is 3-0 against shitty teams. But unfortunately, BC did not cover that game. So
They won the game, but they did not cover. Shout out
Yeah.
John. He's currently awaiting his firstborn son. Could be any day now.
oh boy,
So
he's gonna have his hands
that's
full.
another listener for the pod.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta be listening now. All right. So what's next? My bad. Any college football news? The only news I got is parlay didn't hit, and I didn't even post it, so it's a good thing. Nobody saw it. But yours hit, the BYU money line. I suggested Houston and Michigan State, and those both lost. So Houston was a disaster. They're off my radar now. That was disgusting.
Yeah. The only thing I got, Harold Perkins, LSU, highly touted edge rusher, should be a top pick in the draft. I think he's out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
it's
Yeah.
tough for LSU. Obviously, the Oklahoma situation, they have officially benched Jackson Arnold. Michael Hawkins is going to be the starter at Auburn.
Oh,
Talented
they benched,
guy. Officially, yeah, he's
damn.
benched. So this is actually like one of the first. I think it's DJU kind of, but this is going to be interesting to see what happens because Jackson Arnold was paid a large amount of money to come to Oklahoma, obviously. So now
Some
I
of
don't
these guys
know.
are like that.
I don't
And
know
then they
what
end up
that
bust.
NIL deal is. I don't know what the situation is. I'm sure if he's not starting again by the end of the year, he's going to transfer out,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then who knows. So Jackson was supposed to be the starter this year and next year, and then go into the NFL draft. Totally upended now.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Fucking disaster.
A lot of guys are like that. Even Spencer Rattler was like that.
Yeah.
But actually, he's in the pros. I think he's on the Giants, isn't he?
No, he's on the Saints.
Saints. That's right. All right, I'll touch on Rutgers first, since I'm sure you got a lot to say about Oklahoma. But Rutgers, great win, almost
Kicked
blew
ass.
it. But
Kicked ass, though.
this was a statement win. This is something that puts you on people's radar and actually lets you see some things. Now you got Friday at home against Washington, new Big Ten contender. Was in the national championship last year. Brand new team, obviously. But Will Rogers, their quarterback, is no joke. He has been in the league for a while, Mississippi State, and he was pretty good. He's a good ball player. The rest of the team isn't as good, but Rutgers coming into this one favored 2.5. You gotta get this one done too. And each game has become bigger, and I think they could do it. Honestly, they just have to. Now that they have the quarterback that doesn't make mistakes, could actually make some throws here and there, nothing stupid. Let the defense and the run game do the work. Don't get too crazy with it. Stick to your game, and you will be fine. That's my advice. Let's see if it pans out, but another very winnable game on Friday night on Fox. So, proud of Rutgers
Washington
right
is
now.
not good.
No, they're not. I don't think they are either.
They're not good.
You want to dive into your Oklahoma?
Yeah, so really hyped going into the game, obviously. One of the biggest games in the last 10 years or so, minus the playoff games, like regular season wise. Entering into the SEC atmosphere, electric. I'm so glad that they're off of these big noon kick games, 11 a.m. local bullshit. This was 6:30 local, 7:30 Eastern, under the lights, rowdy environment. The decibel reader, whoever the fuck was on the broadcast, said it got up to 118 decibels. That's allowed. The highest last year was 116. I saw a report. So it was rocking. And the defense played their fucking ass off.
Yeah, they got a good D, man.
Dude, first of all, they came out in this 3-3-5 or something that I haven't seen them run all year. So that's a Brent Venables special. And they stopped the run Nico had two really nice throws on the, like, kind of, not a quick slant, but a little bit of, like, a shallow post that, I forget what Drew or Brew or whatever the hell the guy's name on Tennessee is. He took it to the house. He's really good, by the way. But for the most part, really
they held
contained
him at
Nico.
bay. Yeah.
Yeah, they held him at bay. I mean, if you told me that we were going to let up 25 points and get 2 turnovers, both in Tennessee's own territory, I would say, man, we got a shot to win this
Dude,
game.
that was such a bullshit call, though. The one.
The lateral,
Yeah, that was
I mean,
ridiculous, man. How do you fuck that up? If it's that close on the field, you have to call that incompletion, and then you review.
Well,
it.
here's the thing: they don't call it incompletion because they let it play out and then review it, which is what they're told to do. But it's bullshit because they end up just standing because it's too close to call. But they're
so dumb.
Told to let it play out because there's other things that can happen. But that aside, it was still a piss poor throw. And listening to the press conference after the game, the read there, he's supposed to be reading the nickel corner or whoever.
Yeah, if they're pressing.
And it was run all day, and he pulled it and throws that bullshit. So
this is what they need to do with them too. You need to throw the fucking ball downfield. If you can't do that, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, the offensive line can't hold up. So, and the other thing is, Tennessee beat the hell out of us physically. We had so many injuries. Taylor Tatum, 5-star back, who's looked really good. First run of the game he had, concussion. They actually left him in the game. I was watching it live. I was like, he's fucked up.
Jesus
he
Christ.
Took the next run and like fumbled it, recovered it himself, but you could tell he was rattled, dude.
Yeah.
Like bell rung 100%.
I didn't see that, but that's not good.
No, not good at all. So, Kendall Dolby broke his leg. We had Nick Anderson. He's made of fucking glass. He re-aggravated his quad on like the first route he ran the game. Deion Burks was out for a little bit and then came back. But anyway, just to sum it all up, really, really well done by the defense. I am still sticking with Brent Venables. I think he's a great fucking coach. I think we need some serious help on offense. He's not an offensive guy. He'll get the right guy in there. If Seth Luttrell, the offensive coordinator, is not that person, they will get him the fuck out after 1 year and course correct. Because the fans showed up. It's still a premier program. Things are going to be okay. The world is not coming down on them. But it was frustrating because of how well the defense played. Honestly, the offense was inept. If we had Rutgers' offense, we might have actually won the game.
Well, the thing is, you're in SEC now. You're going to be going against a lot tougher teams, and Tennessee's a playoff team, so it's not the end of the world. That Tennessee is going to make the playoff, I think. But
I mean, the only the problem is the schedule does us no favors. I mean, we have Auburn, which is a winnable game. It's a fucking toss-up, honestly.
Yeah.
And then we still have to play Alabama, who's number 4, Ole Miss, who's 6, Texas, who's 1. I mean, it's a brutal schedule. So, we're not going to be favored to win any of those games.
Auburn hasn't even played a away game yet. This is going to be their 4th home game in a row?
Auburn?
5th home game in a row. And they lost twice at home to Arkansas and Cal.
Yeah,
so it doesn't scare me like crazy.
No, we could win the game, but I'm concerned that the defense isn't going to play as well because they put a lot into Tennessee. I mean, we're starting a new freshman quarterback in Jordan Hare on the road in Auburn, which
he
Kirby
looked a lot
Smart,
better than fucking Arnold.
He did, but still, Kirby Smart called Jordan Hare the toughest place to play on the planet. So.
Oh yeah.
He did, yeah. So I don't know. It is what it is. Move on. I knew they weren't going to be world beaters this year, but we wanted to see improvement. Jackson Arnold to do well and set us up for a potential, deep playoff run next year. That's not going to happen, but recruiting is still good.
They could get a transfer too. You never know.
Yeah, they could.
All right. Moving on to recapping some picks from last week. Illinois with the outright win against Nebraska. You won that one. And that was a hard-nosed battle. Good football game, honestly.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a fun watch. It wasn't like the rock fight that it was last year or the year before, whenever they played, where they had no offense. It could have gone either way. I ended up working out
They were going to cover that number all day.
They were going to cover the number. Yeah, I think it was a good pick.
For sure. Moving to Saturday's games, Houston at Cincinnati. It was just bad. I mean, they were just running the Houston. Like, Cincinnati's weak part is their secondary. Houston did just decide to run the ball constantly and not use Donovan Smith. Very weird play calling. I don't know what the deal was, but they were absolutely trounced. 34-0. Put up a goose egg. And they're off my list. I'm done with them right now. That's disgusting.
Take them off. Put them in the scrap heap.
Yeah. Florida finally gets, they have a win, but they beat Mississippi State.
Probably
was that their first game?
SEC.
No, that was their second win. They forgot they beat like Florida A&M, but beat the worst team in the SEC. But you covered that one. That was a good call on you. I wanted to hop on them. Ended up backing off though. USC against Michigan. Now that was a good game too. Michigan with the late touchdown to take the lead. I lost that one. Did you end up taking USC?
No, I didn't.
No, smart.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing with these Pac-12 defenses. I mean, Pac-12 coming into the Big Ten. Like, there's some big-time defenses in the Big Ten. You have Michigan, Penn State, Illinois, Nebraska. Even Rutgers has a good, solid defense. Like, you're going against these teams now. Like, this isn't Pac-12 where everybody's fucking scored 42 points against each other. So, a lot of things are going to be coming new to some of these new teams. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that one was, like, USC very well could have won the game because the drive that Michigan scored to go up, they could not throw the ball for shit because OG sucks. But
yeah, OG's terrible.
I think it was Donovan Edwards broke off like a 50-yard run where it was just classic Lincoln Riley defense, can't fucking tackle.
Well, Nolan lost through a fucking pick six, too. Like, you can't have the defense scoring, man. Jesus.
Yeah. But anyway, USC was still in the game. It wasn't like a... But I don't think Michigan is very good either, so...
No, they're not. They're not going to make the playoff.
Yeah.
Utah ended up covering against Oklahoma State. Close game. What was it, 22-19?
Yeah.
So you ended up covering that one.
Yeah. And Cam Rising didn't even play.
I know.
I got it at -2, which is one of the shittier lines out there.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it covered. Who cares?
Yeah,
it's
I'll take
win.
it.
Florida State, we were both on them. Ugly game against Cal, but they ended up winning 14-9 to get
I didn't really watch
first game.
But it was awful from what I've gathered.
Louisville covered against Georgia Tech. I had Georgia Tech, and of course Georgia Tech could have covered this game. They go for a long field goal. They were down by 5. Guy ends up returning the fucking field goal for a touchdown for Louisville, and they end up covering 31-19. Unbelievable.
Yep. Bad beat.
This is a good call by you, actually, and I hopped on this, and I really liked it as the week went on. The Buffalo against Northern Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was just such a letdown spot for Northern Illinois, coming off that big win against ND. Now you're playing a conference foe. Like, that was a great call. I liked it.
Yeah.
I covered on Colorado. Me and you went head-to-head, even though you should have won this one.
Oh, my God. That was such bullshit. I can't believe he got that Hail Mary.
Yeah,
and then not only that, like, because I had Baylor plus points, I think 1.5 or maybe 2.
Yeah, something like that.
And, I mean, they were about to tie it up in overtime. Maybe they go for 2, maybe they don't. And he fumbled on, like, the half-yard line.
Yeah.
On first down. So, just brutal.
Bad luck there.
You also skipped over Clemson, just took a dump on NC State.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one. Oh, yeah, I did skip over that. But, yeah, Clemson absolutely destroyed them. NC State is just not a good team.
Terrible.
Late night game, BYU absolutely slaughtered Kansas State. That wasn't even a game. That's another good call.
I wish I would have taken this one, but I just shouted it out for the money line parlay that we didn't actually post, but it's all right.
That's my bad.
It's good. It's all good.
What are we doing over here, man?
I don't know.
No, I also took South Florida, and they got absolutely killed by Miami. But South Florida's starting quarterback got knocked out, so they literally have no chance. Back? I haven't heard an update, but it's so hard to get college football
I know.
injury updates is unbelievable. That should be a fucking rule. You're allowed
Well,
to
they
bet on this.
actually are
We have to know.
implementing it in the SEC now because there's so much nonsense going on.
It's ridiculous. And if you
Yeah.
could bet on a game, you should. It should be an open book, man. Like
Well,
we're putting
dude,
money on this shit. Like we have to know everything.
last night I was listening to something and they were saying they had, what's his name? Keon Coleman, the Buffalo Bills wide receiver,
Mhm.
first touchdown of the game.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was suspended for the first quarter
For what
for
gambling?
violating team rules. Not announced, nothing. That should be news and
Yeah.
declared.
Wait, what team is he on? My bad. The
The
Bills?
Bills.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Bills.
yeah. That's right. All right. So we'll move into some picks. Any other games you want to bring up from last week?
No, nothing else from last week.
All right. Well, we have to start off Friday Night Lights. Fox. Rutgers going against Washington. Rutgers minus 2.5. Over under at 46.5. And I'm taking Rutgers, man. I think Washington stinks. I think Rutgers is a solid team. Playing at home, this place is going to be rocking. I think, at least. I mean, Rutgers faithful isn't the greatest, but once you start winning, people will show up. I will give them that. But like I said, you stick to the run game. You let the defense do their thing. Don't make any mistakes, Athen, and we'll be fine. We will win this game. We'll cover that line, 2.5. I'm going Rutgers here. You taking anything?
I'm not taking anything. I would lean Rutgers. Cross-country trip for Washington. Short week with the Friday kick as well. I typically, like the home team when the other team's going across the country. I don't really know enough about Washington. I don't think they're very good, but I don't have too much of a feel for them, honestly.
They've been playing all right defense, but like their offense hasn't really been getting it going. Like San Jose State put up 52 on Washington State, and Washington always put up 19 on them. So
I could see it being a big under game, actually, and I might add that right now. I'm going to take the under 46.5.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, so I'll add that to my card.
All right. We got a 12 p.m. start. BYU traveling to Baylor. You got anything in this one?
Nothing.
All right. Well, since this line is at 2.5, it's on 3 in some books. Just on this line, it literally makes no sense. I have to take Baylor. Like, Baylor isn't a bad team. They can move the ball. They're looking good against Colorado. It's not saying too much because it's Colorado. But how is BYU going to probably beat one of the best teams in Kansas State last week? And then you're going to go to Baylor, who's like probably middle of the road Big 12 team, and then you're going to beat underdogs?
Yeah, I don't know. There's
That
another
doesn't make
stinky
sense to
line
me.
that we'll get to later.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling the same way about it.
But yeah, I'm taking Baylor 2.5 here. I think that's the right play. Just like I thought the Jets were going to cover against the Patriots, that line made no sense, -6, and they ended up covering that one easily. It just, when you see some of these lines that don't make sense, like, I think you just have to hop on this line, the team that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Next game, Oklahoma State at Kansas State. I just put this on the list because it's one of the premier matchups, but I'm not going to take anything in this game. I think Kansas State will win, but 6 is a lot of points against Oklahoma State.
I'm not taking anything either. It's too much of like similar-ish teams. Like, you don't really know. They're at the upper echelon of the Big 12, but they've looked good. They've looked bad. I never know what to make of Kansas State. Anytime I pick them, I feel like they get blown out. Anytime I pick against them, they pull when they play Oklahoma and fucking win outright. So
Yeah,
I'm just stay away.
I agree. If anything, I would take Kansas State, but I'm staying away as well. Next game, your boys, the Sooners at Auburn. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to take the Sooners here. You
I'm
might feel
taking them
differently.
as well.
Yeah.
I might get burned for it, but I feel good that they announced the quarterback at the beginning of the week.
Mm-hmm.
That defense
Now he's getting first-team reps, too.
He's getting first-team reps. The defense is nasty for Oklahoma. Again, I'm a little worried that they got beat up, but I don't think Auburn is all that good. I mean, they lost to Cal at home. Oklahoma's certainly better than Cal. I'm hoping Michael Hawkins give the boys a little bit of a spark on offense. The offensive line is still fucking trash, but he at least is very mobile. Jackson wasn't like a statue by any means. He was a dual threat guy, but Hawkins is a really strong athlete, super fast. So I think that will benefit them. I mean, they need this win, otherwise they're staring at like a 5-7 season.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah,
Well,
I'll take Oklahoma on the road. First SEC road game -2.5.
And also Oklahoma, the guy that was he was definitely a lot better than Arnold. What the hell's his name again? I already forget.
Dylan Gabriel,
Yeah, no. The guy who's going to start this week.
Michael Hawkins.
Like he actually put up touchdowns for them too. So
Yeah, I mean he played hard. It was not garbage time, but they may have been.
hey, they were
Tennessee.
moving the ball a lot better than fucking with Arnold
I mean,
in it.
they couldn't get a first down with Jackson.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
a joke. Yeah, I think they rate the ship here. Like I said, they have to, otherwise just cancel the season. It's disgusting. I'm demoralized. I'm so pissed.
Death sentence. All right, next game we have Louisville at Notre Dame. You got anything in this one? Notre Dame -6.5, over under 48.5.
This one I'm having such a hard time reading. I don't have anything written down right now. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah,
Notre Dame, they had that upset, obviously, and then has been blowing the doors off of people.
Mm-hmm.
Louisville hasn't really beaten anybody.
Nah.
Note.
I mean, they shouldn't even have covered against Georgia Tech last week at home. And this is Louisville's first away game in Notre Dame. But Notre Dame also plays down to the competition. Obviously,
They do.
we see that. So, like,
And they don't have a great environment. I don't care what anybody says. It's all old 65-year-olds in the crowd.
it's like
And
almost,
Shane Gillis.
It's yeah. But it's like it's almost like Cowboys Stadium, where it's like a
Tourist
it's like a
spot.
tourist attraction. Yeah, exactly. And you don't really have like that core like group like where people are just there. It's like a countrywide thing. Everybody's going there because it's it's a tourist attraction for sure. So big premier matchup. This is the one everybody's going to be talking about. Georgia at Alabama. Georgia coming in as 1.5 point favorites, over under 48.5.
Mine's at 2 right now.
2, Georgia.
Yeah.
So I mean, last year Bama went into Georgia, won. Milroe knows this team. He's performed against them. Georgia hasn't looked as solid, obviously, against Kentucky. But I mean, I'm gonna stay away right now. It might change as we progress in the week. But I do lay in Bama right now. I mean, you're playing in Tuscaloosa and you're getting points at home. I mean, it's hard to bet against Bama in this spot. Like, I don't think the play is Georgia if you're going to take them here. I think it's going to be a back and forth game, hard-nosed battle for sure. This is like an NFL game essentially right here. You're seeing two top teams go at it.
Yeah.
But you got anything in this one?
I respect what you say, but I am actually going to take Georgia. And I'm not so scared about laying 2 points. I mean, whatever, right? Like,
Yeah, if you want to probably covering that.
But I think Kirby Smart is a little bit of a better coach than DeBoer. I think Alabama has shown that they're not a world beater. I mean, they struggled a little bit with USF.
They had trouble against them last year, though. I mean, they didn't have Milroe in.
Anyway,
to
yeah,
say
they
that,
did. They did.
yeah.
But still, like, Georgia, and I understand they struggled with Kentucky, but I don't know. They're going to be hyped up for this game. I just think that, like, Milroe will struggle against Georgia's defense big time. And Carson Beck has a little bit more poise.
Yeah, he's definitely
is going to take care of the ball, whereas Milroe, I don't know if he's going to do that. It's a marquee matchup. I don't love it by any means from like a betting perspective, but I have to take some action just because this is going to be such a great game. So I'll take Georgia and lay the 2 points.
I do like that play. I mean, the only thing that scares me with Milrow too is if he doesn't find his receiver, he's like a scramble guy. Like he's just like when Jalen fucking Hurts was there. Like it just drives me insane. Like
And when you're
throw
playing
the fucking
inferior competition, you can get away with that and
Exactly.
scramble and run. Georgia has just track stars across the board.
You're not doing that against them.
You're not doing that.
So I'm gonna wait to see how that goes. I'm gonna do a little more research on it and hopefully maybe get a play on Saturday. Illinois traveling to Penn State.
This is the one that stinks to high heaven.
Penn State minus 17.5.
What's going on here?
I don't know. That's a big line though.
It's the rattiest trap line of all time, and maybe I'm falling into it. Give me Illinois plus 17.5.
Yeah, I mean,
Big Ten game. I know it's on the road, but 17.5. Illinois is a good fucking team.
yeah, and the over/under is 47.5. So they're pretty much saying like Illinois scores like 14 points or so, if that. Like,
Yeah, and I'm also taking the under 47.5 here.
But that's the thing. It's gonna be like they're figuring like 14, and then Penn State's gonna put up like 30 something,
31.
Yeah, against that defense, Illinois' defense is good. I agree with it. It doesn't make much sense. I'm
Makes
staying
no
away
sense.
for right now. But yeah, if anything, I take the Illinois. That's a lot of points.
17.5 is way too. What is it? The whiteout game or something?
Yeah, I think James Franklin was trying to make a push for a whiteout game,
I mean, so they're wearing white.
and it's on
big,
CBS.
Big
so,
fucking deal.
yeah.
Give me Illinois.
And James Franklin, the one thing about him, he's like always trying to cover the
He
line
is
like a
trying,
motherfucker.
for the boosters.
Yeah,
I
piece of
respect that.
shit. I actually hate him as a
State
coach,
Penn.
but
Yeah.
so last marquee game, we have Arizona at Utah. Utah coming in as 12.5-point favorites, over under 50.5. So here, I'm gonna ride with Zona because they're coming off a bye, and Utah, they might roll Wilson again. Because Cam Rising medically cleared to play, but they said, well, we'll see how he progresses through this week. Rising still has some discomfort in his hand, so he might not even be ready to go for this game. So, and Arizona's coming off that tough loss. They got absolutely smacked by Kansas State. Utah's not as high-powered of an offense as they were. I think Zona might be able to stick with Utah for a little bit, but I also think 12.5 points is a lot of points for them. I think they'll lose by 10 the most. So I gotta take Zona. I like Noah Fafita, and the wide receiver is very good. So I'm gonna roll with them. You got anything?
I got nothing from this one.
I mean, it's tough to play in Salt Lake City for sure, and it's a night game. The place is going to be rocking for sure. The Mormons are going to be soaking hard.
Oh, yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen. Look with BYU. They were soaking all game, and they fucking hammered Kansas State. So tough environment, but I'm still taking Arizona in this one. These two teams know each other from the Pac-12, so they have experience against each other, so I trust Arizona in this one.
All right.
So other games we could touch on. We got Maryland at Indiana. I thought this line was a little weird.
Very weird.
Because Indiana, 7-point favorites, and Indiana looks fucking good. I mean,
I put down Indiana -7 on my card.
you did? You're taking them?
I am.
Rourke looks good. I mean, it worked out well for you for UCLA against them. So Maryland, not bad. They haven't really played too much
They've been
competition.
better than people thought.
Yeah, for sure. Because Tua graduated, or he went to CFL, I think. So they got a new quarterback in, and it's at Indiana too. So it's a little weird line. I'm not gonna lie, but if anything, I lead Indiana. Arkansas at Texas A&M. A&M's coming in as 3.5-point favorites. You take anything this one?
No, I'm not taking anything. I would lean A&M, but I don't know.
Yeah, Arkansas had a nice win against Auburn. Yeah, I'm leaning at A&M too. I might take them if it gets down to 3. I mean, the half points in college football just aren't like the NFL. I feel like the hooks aren't as crazy. You won't get burned down as much.
Yep.
But the 3 looks a lot better. I'm not going to lie. If it gets down to 3, I'll take an A&M for sure because they're winning this game. Next one, we have Colorado at UCF. So I'm not taking anything in this one, but UCF is minus 14.5.
Another crazy line.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the over here, over 63.5.
That's a lot of points.
I know, but Colorado can score, and they don't have a defense.
Yep. And UCF is favored by 14.5, so you know they're going to put up points.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with it. I mean, I'm saying I hopped on Colorado the last 2 weeks, but not this week. This might be one that gets away from Fresno State at UNLV. UNLV is minus 3.5. I just had my eye on this one because UNLV is a good defense. They could run the ball. Their quarterback could run. Transfer from Holy Cross. I'm a little worried because Fresno State, Mikey Keene as their quarterback is pretty good. He didn't have that good of a showing against Michigan, but it's also at the Big House, home opener for them. So he might have just been nervous. I don't know. But that one I'm keeping an eye on because I think that would be a really good Mountain West game.
Yeah, UNLV's a good team. I'm not taking anything, but they're a good team for sure. Great secondary.
And then other one I had written down was Ohio State at Michigan State. And Ohio State's 24.5-point favorites. But I'm not taking anything in this game. I don't know if you had any comments on it.
Nothing. No. I'm waiting for Ohio State to fucking play somebody.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I guess it's next week at Michigan State. Or, I'm sorry, at home versus Iowa. Just barely. And then October 12th, we got Oregon. That's
another team with a great defense, too. They're ranked like top 3, I think, in the country.
Who, Ohio State?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're an NFL defense.
Yeah. Like, it's the Big Ten is just stacked with defense. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I had on the card. Do you have any additional games?
I have a bunch of other ones I want to take. So I'm going to take Army minus 13.5 against Temple. I think they're just going to run all over them.
Is that the Thursday night game?
It is. Yeah. Usually I like Service Academy getting points. Obviously you're not going to be getting points against Temple, but because they shorten the game and they cover spreads. I don't like laying them, but it's okay. Temple, I think, is that bad.
You're going to have to get the dual TVs out, dude. We got Dallas and Giants going on Thursday night,
Well, I'm going to be in Charleston, so hopefully they got a goddamn game room set up or something.
Yeah.
We'll be out probably.
10-6-3-1.
Yeah, with the TVs going. So, Army minus 13.5. I want that. Ole Miss at home against Kentucky. Big line, 17.5. I think they cover it. I think Kentucky poured a lot into that Georgia game. I don't think they do that on the road against Ole Miss, who is a wagon right now.
Yeah, Jackson Dart is good.
The lane train is full steam ahead. So give me that one. Colorado UCF over 63.5. I said. SMU I have written down right now minus 5.5. I'm actually going to take that one off. I don't know what to do about Florida State SMU. I'm taking that one off. Forget that one.
Is Preston Stone starting? Do you know?
I don't. So that's another weird thing to follow on it. And also, I don't know, just something about SMU. Like, I thought they were going to be good this year.
Yeah, they stink.
They've been kind of up and down.
I mean, they're 3-1 right now, but still.
Yeah, but yeah, some feels weird. And I mean, Florida State sucks, but like, I don't know. I'm taking it off, so that's gone. Boise State minus 7.5. Would love it to go to 7, but at home against Washington State, Boise State's a good goddamn team.
Yeah, I agree.
At home, I like it. Oregon, UCLA over 55.5. I think Oregon might cover it themselves. I don't think the UCLA defense is very good. Not far trip. Should be good weather out there in Southern Cal. I don't know. 55.5, not that crazy of a number.
Nah, I might jump on that one, actually. I think that's a good call. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, they have like they have a lot of new pieces on their team, but, Dylan Gabriel's a good quarterback, man. They put up 49 last week, so they could put up points for sure.
They also, people saying Oregon struggled, and sure, the first game, they struggled.
Dude, Idaho ain't bad, man. They're a good FCS
But not
team.
only that, I don't quite understand even what happened in this game. Dylan Gabriel was 41 of 49 for 380 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, there must have been fumbles. They must have went for it on 4th and not gotten it. I feel like that's fluky. I still think the offense has been like pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to be humming against that shitty, porous UCLA defense.
I agree.
So over 55.5. I gave out Indiana, and then the last one on the card. Sammy Dush will like this one. The special. Eastern Michigan minus 15 against Kent State. Kent State, Kent State's home, but I think they may be the worst team in the FBS.
I think people do say that. They put up 2 goose eggs right in a row, so.
They have gotten the doors blown off of them.
Mm-hmm. And lost to St. Francis, Pennsylvania.
And lost to St. Francis, Pennsylvania. So give me Eastern Michigan.
I like it.
Minus 15.
Who's Eastern Michigan beat?
Let me take a look. Eastern Michigan.
Oh, they beat St. Francis, PA, 36-0.
They beat them. There you go. Cover the spread. They lost to Washington 30-9. That's not
good.
Yeah,
well, Washington's about to get their asses kicked against fucking Rutgers.
I mean, listen. They're not a great team, Eastern Michigan, but I think Kent State is that bad. I'm not going to pretend like I know the fucking rosters. I don't. It's just a stats and schedule play.
I'm on it too, dude.
All right, bro.
Hopefully I can remember that Saturday.
Hopefully what?
I can remember that on Saturday when I post the picks.
Yeah. We'll have to figure out the parlay. What are you doing this weekend? Apple picking?
Yeah, that's what you were doing.
Nah.
I was that last weekend anyway, on Sunday.
On Sunday, what was I doing? I was watching...
You didn't golf with the boys. I
don't golf on NFL Sundays. It's too important.
NFL Sunday was ugly this weekend, though. I did not win much money.
Did the boys go to the bar afterwards? How'd you shoot?
Nah. I shot 94.
Boys didn't even go to the bar?
It was late. We had, what was it, like 11 o'clock tea time, and it took 5 hours.
11 o'clock tea time? You missed the ones.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing, honestly.
Why was it a good thing?
Because I barely won any of those 1 o'clock games.
We only get 18 football Sundays a year, and you're on the golf course from 11 to 3.
Golf's pretty important, man. Especially with the boys. With the fellas?
With the fellas, agreed, but I got my fix in on Thursday.
You know what I say when I'm on the golf course with my boys? I say,
can't wait to do it again next time?
That too, but is there anything better than this? And you know what everybody's reply is? No. There is nothing.
Although I will say an NFL Sunday on the couch with a couple of the fellas watching the fantasy teams.
That's pretty dope too.
That's up there. That may actually be better in my mind.
A couple beers, maybe a doobie, that's a Sunday.
Yeah, not for me, but I'm nervous going into this weekend. It's going to be some heavy drinking. I haven't had more than one drink in a night in probably
I better not be hearing
6 months.
I had a bellyache, so I couldn't go out.
There might be some over the shoulders action.
You're gonna be drinking beers. Oh, the suds are getting to me.
Heartburn, dude.
Dude, bring the Tums, man. I'm telling you, they're a lifesaver.
I've been on a great gym grind. I've been murdering it. The bench is all the way back.
What's it at now?
You couldn't handle it.
300?
300. I threw up 365 on Sunday.
Oh. You had a spotter?
With ease. No spotter. With ease.
Damn.
With ease.
And people were talking about it?
No one was talking about it. But
no, sad. It was that retro?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't count then.
Why not?
It's retro, dude,
I mean, regulation weights, bro.
All right. Any look-ahead games and looking at the chart here for next week. Rutgers at Nebraska. If Rutgers wins this game playing at Nebraska, that is a huge game for them. That might be a night game, honestly. Or it might be the 3:30 CBS game, man.
When was the last Rutgers, big, meaningful night game?
No idea. Maybe Louisville fucking 15 years ago.
Jesus.
I know. We haven't had a good quarterback since Gary turned the ball over.
Yeah.
Oh,
next, you know what game I wanted to touch on, actually, that we didn't talk about from last week was, did you watch Missouri play Vanderbilt?
I think Vanderbilt made it a good game, right? They almost won.
Yeah, they went into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
They really
Dylan
made a good ad.
Pavia, dude.
Yeah, but
Diego.
Whatever his name is.
Diego.
I think Vanderbilt is obviously like a little better than people think. I actually think Missouri is frauds, though.
They might be.
They have an easy schedule, but like if they get into the playoff, they're not doing anything. I actually think Oklahoma can beat them. I don't know about anymore actually, but before last week happened, I thought they could definitely beat them. Now I got to see some more data.
I hear you. All right. You want to touch on anything else? Or you good?
That's it, man. Getting hyped for the bachelor party. Again, shout out Tom. He's a listener. Much appreciated.
Hell yeah. We want as much as we can get. Spread the word, baby.
Yeah. I actually got to ask him about his guest list because Erica's ex-boyfriend was from Wallington, so he might be at the wedding. Who knows?
From Wallington? What do you mean?
Tom's from Wallington.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That's going to be some drama.
I don't think he'll be there, but maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Week 5 in the books. Let's see how we do. Enjoy Charleston.
Thanks. What are you doing this weekend?
Golf Saturday, Sunday, chilling, watching NFL with some friends, so that should be fun.
Nice.
Nothing crazy. Rutgers, Friday night, baby.
What friends?
Boys from school.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Scarlet Raiders.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Camden Scarlet Raptors.
All right.
All right. Subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. You know the drill. Leave a comment, give a like, spread the word. It's all very much appreciated. Paul, we'll see you next week.
I'll see you, brother.
Take it easy. We off?